Kevin Cronin, to this day, whenever I see Kevin Cronin, he remembers that. And he breaks my you-know-whats about it. So anyway, it is 7:51. Welcome back to Great Day. And folks, with the weather we're having around here, boy, what a great time to head to the Iowa Great Outdoors. And we have Chance Patrick joining us in studio with us right now to give you some ideas of what you can do to get outside, my friend.
Well, the weather's been perfect for morel mushrooms. Everybody's out scouring the timber.
Everyone says that. What is the perfect conditions for morel mushrooms? I always thought it was humidity, but you're saying like right now?
Well, it's ground temperature.
Oh, okay.
It's not too cold still?
It's ground temperature. The heat's coming up. The weather's been great with the rain. Then it gets warm.
And this is what we're talking about.
popping
And
up.
people go crazy over these things.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, fry them up.
Why?
Good.
They're delicious.
Yeah.
There's no other way to put it.
Really?
Delicious, yeah.
I don't think I've really. I had some one time, and it was like, ugh, I must not have had the right one.
You didn't have them cooked right.
Okay.
Yep, it's all about getting it right.
And it
It's
seems
true.
like you can't just, like a garden grow morels. It's something that pops up in the spring and you have to go find them, right?
If I could figure that out, I'd be a millionaire.
I was gonna say, you'd be a millionaire.
Millionaire, yeah.
For
People have been
restaurants and
testing that
everybody
over the
else.
years. It's just not happening.
But they grow into certain with the bark and certain conditions on what side of the tree, and then there's people that and the places where they find them. These are like finding gold. To some people.
Whoop.
It is,
Big
too.
stick.
It's like finding gold. That's the thing. You scour and scour and scour the timber.
Now, is this like a family event, or is it
It's a
dangerous to
great
do
thing.
this? There's nothing poisonous or anything
Well,
about that.
there is. You got poison ivy, poison oak.
So things to watch
and
out
it's
for.
just sprouting heavy. So you wear your long pants,
Okay.
long sleeves.
Maybe some gloves for the kids.
Yeah, that's the main thing is get them out there, let them enjoy it. If they get a little bit of poison ivy, it's no big deal. Every kid gets it,
Rub
It's
some
just
dirt
part
on
of being a kid, There's so many things out there now. It's not a worry.
We thought we had that
Now,
stuff over
if you
here.
find them in a spot one year, are they going to be there the next year?
It depends. You got to pick them the right way.
If you get poison ivy, here's
Zanfell.
what you put on it, okay? And these guys are from here, and this stuff really works. Some of the only stuff that really works. You might want to grab this and keep it in your medicine cabinet. And go out and grab it. It's a little pricey, but boy, does it work!
It works
Yes.
amazing.
Because we really want to encourage kids to go out and join their family. So a lot of people are out. We've seen some hunters out on the bike trail, and you're asking them, like, hey, you find any? And they're like, we're not going to tell you, even if we are.
if we did,
It's like a prized possession.
Now,
to
once
find
you
these guys.
harvest them, do they grow back that year, or are they done?
It's all on how you pick them. You can't just pull it out of the ground.
Okay.
You want to pinch it off.
Okay.
And that's the worst thing when you're mushroom hunting to find is a pinched off stem because you've just looked and somebody's already been there.
Already
Yeah.
got it.
It depends on the weather if they come back up. You
Okay.
might pick one spot and go back out the next day and it's loaded again.
Oh.
In a day?
In a day. It depends on the weather.
I didn't know that.
Well,
depends on
humidity
the
is
weather.
coming. I bet a lot
Yeah,
of
it'll
things are
get
going to
muggy
be
here
popping
starting
up.
Sunday.
Yeah,
So.
yep, it's all in the weather. And while you're out there mushroom hunting, take your fishing pole. That's when you run into some of the best fishing spots because you're back in the middle of nowhere. And then it's time. You got that spot that nobody's fished in 30 years, and you're just pulling them in. And that's the thing.
And this time of year, what's biting? And now these are usually along moving water, the morels, right? I mean, or do you find them by ponds? Or?
My picture of my son and his friend, we found those outside our camper last weekend.
Oh, funny.
It was raining. We had the whole campground. The kids found them right outside the camper and the
Wow.
grass.
That's funny.
Do you eat them right there?
Right there.
Right there. Do you eat them raw, or do you have to cook them?
No, we cook them.
Okay.
Yeah. It's best to cook them some way. They do grow out of the ground. Clean them up. A little salt water.
Yeah.
We're good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
So is there a certain kind of fish you're allowed to catch right now, or is anything?
Everything's open. Basic fishing.
What about fishing licenses? What do we need to worry about there?
16 and older need to have a fishing license.
Okay.
That's the key. Make sure you got your fishing license. I always say grab a regulation book, read it. A lot of good information in there. That way when you head out to the field, you have everything covered, and then you won't have any problems.
Now, maybe somebody has been fishing without a license, and they go, well, something, maybe it's a good idea that I finally get one. Where do I find one? Where do I get a fishing license?
Oh, you can get them at any sporting goods stores. Walmart, Hy-Vee even sells them.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, Hy-Vee sells all that. So yeah, it's a good thing.
And they do check.
They do check. And
Yeah, especially with fishing.
and you will
I
get
feel
a
like
ticket.
you get checked pretty regularly. So you brought in some poles. This
Yep.
one looks like a stick.
That's where it all started, right there.
Bamboo?
Is with a stick.
I mean, this is a stick, right?
It's a reed, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an old cane pole.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
where it all started. Back then we didn't have technology. We took a stick, we tied a string on
String to it.
it. Yeah, and we went fishing.
Probably worked just fine.
It worked just fine. That's why I still have one.
Yeah.
got a little end.
So you still use this?
Yeah, that's my bait catching pole. Yeah.
Your bait catching pole?
Yep. Because you know the thing with IO is we have fish. That little hook.
Yeah.
To that hook.
Wow.
We have things that'll bite on that?
We do.
Okay.
And they go bigger than that. And that's the thing about Iowa. Our fisheries is wonderful. We have fish that are probably some of the best, you know. The DNR, the conservations are stocking so many fish these days. The water quality is getting better and better. The fish are growing. So it's a good thing to get kids out. I always say, take the X box, trade it with the tackle box, go outside and fish. The thing, you know, if a kid hasn't ever been fishing and you want to get them hooked, what would you think is a bait to put on your hook for them?
Worm.
Corn.
Corn.
Sweet corn. Kernels of sweet corn.
To catch what type of fish?
You know what's crazy is I've seen so many different fish caught on corn. I've seen a walleye come out on corn.
No, you haven't.
Yes, when they were reeling it in, it looked like a jig spinning. You know?
And a kernel of corn.
Yep. A kernel of corn will catch a fish this big. This is a flathead hook here. But carp, Iowa's carp get 40, 50, 60, 70 pounds. So
and where do you find those? Des Moines River? Or?
The river, lakes around town. You'll see them up spawning in the shallows. They're considered a rough fish.
Now, are they biting or do you?
They're biting.
They're
biting. You throw out some corn on a hook and a bobber. To me, it's Iowa's deep sea fishing.
I have never heard of that before. Corn.
Not a kernel of corn. Maybe for a crappie or something. Or
no,
sunfish.
Crappie will bite on it. Bluegill will bite on it. It's crazy to think a kernel of corn just hook.
Stop at the grocery store, get a can of corn, and you
head
got your bait.
fishing. Yep.
So you don't have to be digging for worms.
Well, if you don't catch any fish, you just eat the corn. So
it's
a win-win situation.
So everybody probably has their favorite pond or lake or river that they fish in, and if they want to find out what's going on, what's biting on what the conditions are like, are there places they can go to find that out?
Well, a lot of your bait stores, that's the best spot to find out what fish are biting, where they're biting. Us fishermen aren't going to tell you where they're biting. I mean, it's just like the morel mushrooms.
Like the morel mushrooms.
Yeah.
The people at the bait store will.
Well, yeah, because they're selling everything. So they're going to tell you, hey, Johnny caught this one over here. It ain't going to be the truth. You just need to get your bait and you need to wander outdoors and find your own secret spot, and you'll do just fine. That's the key, is getting back outdoors and finding them.
And right here downtown Des Moines, is there anything you can fish in this area? Is it legal to fish right off the area right up for downtown or not?
Well, there is. There's a lot of spots. The main things that people need to remember, we need to pick up our trash.
Right.
You carry in your stuff, carry it out. You know, the night crawler containers, even if it's empty, just smash it and put it in your pocket. Find a garbage can. That's what's going to kill a lot of our fishing areas, is people leaving trash behind. You know, just haul it out. And there will be more spots to fish downtown.
And with the rain that Jason said's coming this afternoon, good fishing weather, rain?
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Before it,
right
usually,
now.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right now it's time to get out.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So.
Perfect.
All right. Take your stick, string, and a bobber and a piece of corn, and you're good to go.
And let us know what you catch on a piece of corn. Check out Chance on Facebook. Follow him along, chance.patrick.7, and be able to find all his exploits. And he'll be getting some more photos up on there and be sharing them here every couple of weeks. Perfect, man. Good job, my friend.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. We're going to go off.